But she now goes up and puts this label of GBV, but it's not just GBV, it's the young man to the woman.
There's been a disturbing TikTok video of teenage boys harassing women in broad daylight.
It's not the young man to the young woman. It's the young man to the woman.
Teenage boys harassing women in broad daylight.
So now she's saying, oh, we must stop this, and it's a pandemic. And I'm like, hey, pandemic where? This is somebody has recorded it.
If it was authentic, then that video recording is evidence in a court of law of that particular isolated case.
Thank you. This individual needs to be held accountable by himself.
Yes. But the saddest part is she knows way too well that none of those things she's saying are true. But she's nonetheless doubling down because she's appealing to a very narrow demographic that she wants to row up with selective outreach.
Why? Because they're looking for likes. That is sexual harassment. What are we doing about it?
And that is very dangerous. That is very dangerous.
She doesn't.
It's like lighting up a wildfire. Eventually, it will get out of hand. And it will consume what was intended and what was not intended. Modoni, pay attention. It will come back to bite your brown ass. Sinimimi na kusho.
Did you see what Passaris, Modoni Kefagio? That's her new name. So, is it yesterday or the day before?
Mm-hmm.
She put up a post about these young Somali men who are doing these TikTok videos.
The trend.
And yeah, the trend where you, I mean, whatever they're doing, they're on the ground. Eh? You know, the ground is very different from here, from the way you see it.
Correct.
It's extremely different. What you're seeing and what you think you're seeing, those are two very different things. Okay? But she now goes up and puts this label of GBV, but it's not just GBV, it's the young man to the woman. It's not the young man to the young woman, it's the young man to the woman. So now she's saying, oh, we must stop this, and it's a pandemic. And I'm like, hey, pandemic where? This is somebody has recorded it. Do you get what I'm saying? Somebody recorded it. How is it a pandemic? Where are the other videos of random recordings?
If it was authentic, then that video recording is evidence in a court of law of that particular isolated case.
Thank you. This individual needs to be held accountable by himself.
Yes.
So don't tell us it's a pandemic. Where are the other videos?
But if we see a camera, you have taught us that we are the audience. So
thank you.
Those people are acting. Just like
both
they
of
were
them
acting on the Pluto.
And didn't you hear the Pluto the other day saying that he used to pay those people?
Of course.
But when we said it, we were told, oh no.
Keep it there. And now we are going to get riled up because we saw something that was recorded for us to see and get riled up by it. And pretend that it is real, and now hell need to stop, and we need to deal with this.
There's been a disturbing TikTok video of teenage boys harassing women in broad daylight, grabbing them, slapping them, dragging them, schoolgirls into videos without their consent.
Oh, bro. Keep it there. Keep it there. When you see
a camera
and you're not paying for it, you are the product.
So when I told her, hey, listen, stop doing this, because you're creating a false narrative. Stop pushing this narrative. I know, and I use the words, I know you have been paid to push the GBV agenda. It's not an organic agenda. It's not an organic Kenyan agenda. So I know you have been paid the same way Sonko has been paid. I know you guys have been paid to push this agenda, but it is an evil agenda, and somebody must tell you. Do you know her comeback to me was what? Well, you talk and
she
say someone
responded
has
to you?
been...
She responded to you?
Let me find it. What did she tell me? Something like, "Hey, so you ulitoka states?" Some shit like that has nothing to do with what we're discussing.
Oh, it's called ad hominem. Ad hominem.
Those big words.
Yes, spoiling, muddying the waters,
Thank you.
poisoning the well with
And then
unnecessary conversation to
she,
divert you from the main topic.
and then she even uses my own words against me. So she's a secret fan.
I need to look it up.
She's
That
a
means
secret fan, you guys.
she has been listening to your contact.
A lot. Probably she has videos of mine and a shrine in her house where she just goes in and she does the KIBE chant.
Om Shanti. What
Om
is her
Shanti
first
Om, my
name?
guy. And my big portrait over there.
What is her first name?
Passaris Mudhoni Esther. Esther Passaris Mudhoni.
Esther.
Esther Passaris, something like that. And I don't know what she's going for next, but she might be going for. She might be given a bigger position now than.
No, she quit. She quit the Mama County thingy.
Yeah, she's giving it to Nani. To that other one. What's her name?
The Kikuyu beautiful one.
Yeah, that one. The one who has all of them wrapped around their little finger.
Let me see if I can find what she said about you in her system.
In fact, I think it will be easier for me to find it. Let me see. So, Maria, me and you will be with you in heaven.
Where is the Jabotron for Passaris, bro? Umepotea sasa.
I'm looking for it, man. I got carried away.
Oh my gosh! I have not been on X for a while. I see losers are still multiplying. People are opening new accounts just to say something.
Where have you seen that?
In whatever Mariam had said, I saw somebody there. I already blocked them, so I cannot see them anymore.
Where's that message? How don't? Oh, Mariam even talked about it. Says, "Don't believe everything you see online. In this age of content creation and thirst for likes, people will do anything before you cry sexual harassment. Find out whether they are in collaboration." You see?
I mean, is that not the same thing we said about GBV with all these people, all these millions of innocent girls getting thrown off the roof and to die on the ground below? And we say, no, follow the money, follow the story. How did that person end up there? Then there came the story of a former small-time politician from Vika, a woman whose daughter was one of the people that was thrown off the roof. And the story became a little bit more clearer because now it touched on daughter and mother relationship. Before that woman became the woman who would be on the rooftop with strangers and get thrown off the roof. But nobody wants that story. So that one died very quickly because it's not a selling point for the feminists and Jerry Migui to package it for Oye for the funding from Ford Foundation and George Soros. But they count on the weakness of the man, the knee-jerk reaction for the weak men to protect Mama and everybody who is a representation of Mama. Because Mama cannot be wrong. So anybody who looks like Mama, anybody who speaks like Mama, believe them first. Is that not what cancelled a big-time Hollywood guy with the Me Too movement? That Jewish guy that was dethroned from glory. Even Lupita Nyong'o piled up on it and said that guy sexually harassed her. But she
Or
went to
is it
her house
Beinstein or something?
once. Huh?
Some guy, is it Beinstein or something like that?
You
A
have the
big
right
Hollywood
guy.
director.
A heavy set guy.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, by the way, did
Lupita
I tell you
Nyong'o
that?
went to his private residence twice to gain access to greatness, and then turn around and demonized him alongside other white women.
Thank you very much.
Were we there when she sought audience with him? When she sought contact on how to approach him and get invited to his private residence? Were we there? Were we there? Did she take a video recording and say, well, today is January of 2001. I am headed to this guy's house. If this goes south, this is going to be the evidence of the things he's going to do to me because I'm very uneasy about this interaction. Did she do that? No. It's when one disgusted woman came up with a ploy of Me Too that she also came up with her own Me Too and demonized the same guy that held her hand and introduced her to Hollywood and greatness. That level of evil, bro. That level of evil.
Harvey Weinstein.
Harvey, yes. It's the Jewish guy.
Yeah.
Yes.
I put up PASSARIS' comment there on the Jumbotron. Can you see it?
Oh, please, Kife, save us your puny labistic brain matter draining commentary. So condemning harassment is now paid work? Then truly, I must have missed my invoice. Maybe using your voice didn't quite pay off, but I would assume you can at least still use your eyes and see that I am responding to a specific video. Assault should never be condoned regardless of gender. Full stop. By the way, bado uko US ama Kiriumana? Karibu nyumbani. Sasa amedunga yake yote. This is the best. Or is this a girl's punch? She hits like a girl.
So you see, the problem is, if you even if you see even that reply itself, when I replied to her, I was just standing in front of the bullet that she's shooting. Like, hey, don't shoot our boys. Find out, because she is already she's decided they're guilty. So she's the judge, jury, the executioner, and she's saying we cannot allow this to go on anymore. What is this? What are we looking at? Have you done your investigation to find out what this is?
You know, and not piling on Esther. She went to Parliament and stood on the floor of Parliament and expressed the same horror and frustration and dismay at some real-time confessions by Pastor Nganga of having raped a woman.
Pastor Nganga had already went to the DCI. He recorded questions. They're coming back to me on whether the AI clip is I mean, even for me, it's a bit ridiculous to tell me that we're still going to investigate whether it's AI or not. It is not AI. Find me the survivor. Find me justice for the survivor. Tell me what happened with this case.
But she did not know the story, bro. She did not know the context. I don't know if you followed that story. Nganga was giving a story about how he got himself in prison. That was the context. 100 years ago. 100 years ago. Then Passaris just listened to this clip on a 61-second TikTok, and she decides Nganga did that yesterday. And she goes to Parliament.
You know why she does that?
And she expresses the same dismay she's expressing here now.
George, do you know why she does that?
I would guess it's because the current generation of people don't have the brain power to get the context of the information because they have been used. And Trevor, director told me this.
Right now, the internet imefika to a point that you cannot know legit news, you cannot know the source of the news, huwezi jua hii story ilianzia wapi, because now TikTok come in na TikTok ime disrupt the way we used to consume news.
That we are in very dangerous times because people are consuming 60-second clips from TikTok and it has no context and they run with it.
So right now, what is happening is something that is called the Great Divergence. So the Great Divergence is where that when TikTok came in, it brought up a new way of consuming content and information yenye inaitwa the For You. Yenye TikTok mnaonanga ni inaitwa For You page, hiyo FYP. So the FYP ni place yenye unaweza consume content yenye ni 1 minute content yenye ujui ilianza aje na iliisha aje. So hiyo ndio kitu yenye saa hii ina disrupt the internet and how we consume knowledge ama information.
So she knows,
Yes, but
she
no,
is speaking to a group of people that are 50% brain dead. They have no interest
more like
in
70%.
context. Just
It's 70%.
this selective outrage that is being sold right now. People are willing to kill after watching a 60-second clip on TikTok. Nobody questions anything. She knows that. And by the time the context is coming into play, by the time Nganga is saying, or people like me who knows Nganga's story, say, no, this is what happened 50 years ago. That's how I ended up in prison. These people have moved on to another selective outrage clip.
Wait. So George, so I didn't get the context of what he was saying, but I knew that he cannot incriminate himself. So I knew there was something behind it. So that was the reason why he was sent to prison. I didn't know that.
He was giving a story of how he made bad choices when he was a young man.
What? Are you serious?
Bro, Nganga is 75 years old, probably. Around there. This is something he did in his 20s or 30s. Even if it was 7 years ago. It was not something he was bragging of having done on his free time after preaching on a Sunday evening. No. Something from decades ago. Decades ago. But these half-dead brain fuckers have no time or the brain power to interrogate information like that. Everything anybody says is believable.
So bado tutago tuongelee historia what's happening right now, and I can tell you any effects zenye zimekam na fake news and how we consume content na news yenye hatujui imetoka wapi na hatuwezi verify that kama hii information ni ukweli.
Do you think they want to interrogate? Do they want to
No,
interrogate?
but in the sphere, there is no that capability. There is no enough RAM in the capacitor to process that information. It's not their fault. Stupid people feel no pain.
Do you know?
Stupid people feel no pain. Brainless people feel no pain. It's face value. We move to the next one. Face value. We move to the next one. Face value. We move to the next one. Now Nganga has to play catch up.
Pastor Nganga already went to the DCI.
But he doesn't have to.
Yeah. The safety numbers of let's support the current thing has always worked. Most people need direction. Most people can't think for themselves. Most people can't do anything by themselves.
But most people can't. This is all. Most people can't think for themselves. Is the status quo.
Yes.
Now, Passaris know that.
That's why Passaris.
So those are the people she's appealing to.
Yes, no, she knows that's the majority. You guys who want to look into the minutia and the details, you are not important. You are not many. You're not a voting block that is important. For her, she's looking at voting block, and she's looking at funding for all those feminist causes, because she gets a lot of funding from. That's why every now and then you'll find her, she's jumped up saying some stupid shit. Oh, this harassment. That's why she does it. She doesn't give a fuck. We all know she doesn't give a fuck. In fact, most of those clips I was seeing is these clips that they're copying from the people of the US that are already reenacted. They're reenacting, they're acting. They already set up, oh, you dem ataka movie. Like that's content. Like if anyone with half a brain knows that, but most people don't have half a brain. So here we
Bro,
are.
I only need to watch 2 seconds of that Somali boys trading videos of them playing horseplay with girls for me to know it's in enactment. I just need to see the body language of the girl. Just a millisecond before the boy touches her. She is anticipating it because it's in the rehearsal.
Yes, and she's not a very good actor. So
Yeah, exactly. It's like when they brought in Justin Bieber in one of those TV shows, and he was supposed to be shot dead and drop backwards. He couldn't drop backwards like an actor because he's not an actor.
Hands on your head. You're down on your knees.
He's wired. He's got a bomb.
He's like, there's no bomb. What? Don't shoot. Don't shoot. No!
So we could tell it's fake.
Exactly.
So I can tell those girls are not good actors. This is something they have been paid to participate in. Passaris
But let me tell you, you know how popular. Do you know how popular those Somali boys are? They are liquid like shit. So they have bitches all the time. They have cars. They are driving all over Nairobi doing content. At least in towns, was it on
do you know something?
The stuff in Tao. They come, they park their cars, they
else?
talk. Yeah.
Do you know something else?
Yeah, continue.
It's the first thing in the history of Somalis living in Kenya that they are interacting with black Kenyans. So everybody wants a piece of that pie. Those girls are showing their titties to be accepted and to be taped with them. Passaris, my friend, run with that one. Run with that one. Those girls are willing to do anything to be featured into those Somali boys, because before this thread, Somalis have never made content. Have never made content with the Nyewis. We only know two Somali girls that have interacted with the Nyewis. The one who did the comedy show with KIBE.
Yeah.
Actually, it's the same person. Just that one.
Yeah, but no, they used to do it undercover because hiyo kukula nyeuthi pia ilikuwa they look down on it.
So these girls are willing. It's like vex. What do they call them? The dancing girls, vixens. These girls are offering themselves like vixens. Yes, to participate in this trend, because in their head, it's going to help them have an exposure. They are more than willing to do it. Passaris, this is a 20-year version of you. Don't judge too harshly. There is nothing else to see here. If there are cameras when you are 20, the things you did, Modoni, the things you did when you are 20, the same age of these girls are despicable. Cut them some slack.
Passaris was hot cake when he was young, my friend. Passaris was hot cake. Politicians fell over themselves. County council officials, they are falling over. You know, but she was given that. You remember Adopt a Light? You Adopt a Light alichukua, and she was given.
Adopt a Light. Oh, siko nimeshika umesema nini? Yes.
Yes, she was given because you know that's like Magnet area. That's Magnet, that big company that does all the advertising for billboards. She walked right in there and took that deal, my friend, from Magnet. And she did it mpaka she lost for the Godfather until she stopped giving him a blowjob. Then it disappeared. But that's what she did. Passaris was hot cake bwana, brown skin nini, kanaongea sijui aje aje hivi, kumbe ni ka Nairobi girl tu from Islando. Aliwaigisha wote. She understands what she's doing. The problem is now, because she's postmenopausal and she doesn't have the same pool, now she's trying to look like their savior, but not really. You know, the
No.
sorrows are fund. Eh,
And
very
the saddest part is she knows way too well that none of those things she is saying are true. But she's nonetheless doubling down because she's appealing to a very narrow demographic that she wants to row up with selective outreach. And that is very dangerous. That is very dangerous.
She doesn't care if
because it's like lighting up a wildfire. It's like lighting up a wildfire. Eventually it will get out of hand and it will consume what was intended and what was not intended. Modoni, pay attention. It will come back to bite your brown ass. Si ni mimi nakusho. Tread carefully.
The thing is, most people don't understand.
These people will mature up and they will come on
Albo,
TV sometimes and say,
hold up.
none of these things happened. We all planned it. It was just we were just having a good time. Where will you be with your big age when these people come back from their own words? If you remove a camera, none of these things these young people are doing matter. You pretend they matter because there was no camera during your days, but you did worse. You did worse. Now these people are growing up in front of the cameras. Every mistake is recorded. Every step is documented. And now we want to pretend that we fell from heaven at the age of 40? Modoni? Asha.
Do you know where I first met Modoni? Where I first met her? There's a club called Dolce. Do you remember there's a club in Koinange Street that is called Dolce? It used to be like high class. I was taken there by my uncle once in somewhere in the early 2000s. That's when the first time I met her. Alikuwa hapo hivyo na wazee wakina Obachi na nani. She was with the girl of the people.
Bro, the kind of conversations, now that you're talking about a girl in the young age meeting older men, the kind of stories I get from these 21, 22, 23-year-olds, and the kind of public figures they meet in those clubs. If there was a camera, then she would use that, not against the politicians because they belong, but against the girls. But she has an agenda. So she wouldn't see anything there either. This is misguided. And I'm biting my tongue because I have talked to her on a very cordial level. So
you have?
I'm not piling on her because of malice. No, it's a misdirection and it's dangerous. It's going to get out of hand, and these people are going to grow up and they are going to say, oh, that was just a stage of life. Then that selective outrage you had created, where are you going to take it? These people are growing up in front of cameras. Everything is documented.
What do you think of her person now that you've met personally?
Huh?
What do you think of her as a person? Like away from politics and all this noise she's making.
Sasa umeanza kutupoteza. Hiyo story ilikuwa inaisha. Haikuwa ikuwe long hivyo. We're not supposed to spend too much time discussing about Passaris. I just wanted to hear George's take on it, and then we move on because there are other people here who want to talk, and I got to go. Remember, I'm a book hawker now.
Unajua nilikuwa na point nyingine ya kukudunga now that you brought up the book. The book is the second point. So the first one was you dilly-dallying on appearing on podcast when all along you knew was the key to excellence. The point number 2 was about the book. And I know you have already answered the question because I heard you answer it. But what took you so long to... Don't give me the same answer you gave the last time. What took you so long to get your acts together and get this book on the bookshop shelves? I mean, it's a hot cake. It's a hot cake now. Knowing what you know now, don't you think you should have done that 6 months ago?
Even a year ago.